former ER nurse. I got burnt out and decided I'm going to work from home, and I started coding medical records. And I thought, oh, we think when we come home, when we're working out in the field and then we come home, oh, it's going to save us so much money. But what happened was I took a significant cut in pay, and I wasn't saving that much money from working at home. So I found myself in a position that I needed to bring in additional income. And as Kendra shared, I was homeschooling my youngest two kids, both with special needs, and I really didn't want to have to go back into the field. And so I started doing some research. Let me preface all that by saying I wasn't a customer when I found Mary Kay. I knew nothing about skincare. Okay, so don't cringe. But my skincare regimen in my 40s was St. Ives apricot scrub. That was it. And I couldn't figure out why my face was a mess. I knew nothing about makeup. I didn't even wear makeup back then, but I knew I needed something. My health was deteriorating at that time, and the doctors thought that maybe I had multiple sclerosis. And so I'm like, I need something so that whenever I can work my tail end off, I can. But if for some reason I can't work, if I did the work leading up to it, I could still bring in income. And so I knew that was going to have to be a home-based business or some type of self-employment thing. And so I started doing my own research. I looked at Wall Street Journal. I looked at the Better Business Bureau. I looked at lots of financial investment and business-minded stories and information to help me decide what was best for me. And what I will tell you is, as I looked at multiple entities, with entity number one, I could make 5% of what I sold. Entity number two, I could make 35% of what I sold. Or with Mary Kay, I could make 50%. And I went, wait, I sell $1,000 for entity number one, I'm going to make $50. I sell $1,000 for entity number two, and I'm going to make $350. I sell that exact same $1,000 for Mary Kay, and I'm going to make $500. Okay, to me, that was a no-brainer. Then I started looking into the history of Mary Kay. How sound was this company? How much did they pour into their people, their research? I fell in love. Again, I tried the products many years ago. So my husband comes home from work. And so I've made him a nice dinner. And I'm like, so I think I figured it out. I want to sell Mary Kay. He proceeds to spew his drink across the room, and he's went, how's that going to work? Don't take this wrong, but you don't use anything. I'm like, I'll learn. Don't you need to know how to apply makeup if you're going to sell makeup? I'll learn. Well, we don't know anybody. And a lot of people might sit and think, I don't know anybody. What we were really saying was, we come home from work at the end of the day, we're tired. We don't want to socialize. So we would come home and just stay in our little bubble. And so I told him, I said, I am willing to give this a try, and I am willing to give it my all, and I'll go out and meet people. I'm going to start with the people I know. I also was able to share with him that there's a 90% buyback. And so I told him, I said, you know what? If it doesn't work out, guess what? We're not out any money. So he said, wait a second. What you're telling me is, as an investment, I put $1 into your business. It's immediately worth $2. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have a quick depreciation, unlike that car or that house that you may have just purchased. The second you signed on that dotted line, it depreciated. It has a shelf life of roughly 3 years. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't work out, I get 90% of my money back. Mm-hmm. He says, can you go find me some more investments like that? I said, no, but I promised to make this investment work really well. And so I chose to borrow from our finances, and I paid our finances back. And I decided to give this a try. And I fell in love. I knew nothing. I truly didn't know. I didn't know the product. I didn't know how to take care of skin, but I was hungry and I was willing to learn. And so I just got in the field and I started having a blast. And within 6 months, I was moving up the career path. I get a call from my senior director, and she tells me, Brenda, you're about to go on target for your first car. I went, wait, women like me don't earn cars in Mary Kay. I'm not a Barbie doll. I'm not this cute little thing. I don't know how to wear makeup. Like at that season, I was like, she taught me a very basic look that was very easily duplicatable. And that was my makeup look. And I went, well, wow, what if I actually tried? I'm not even trying. My husband and I had just moved. And so I said, let me get unpacked and get to work on that. Well, within 10 days of moving into our new home, I found a lump in my left breast. And over about a week's period, I went on to find out that I had a very aggressive form of breast cancer. Now, remember earlier I was saying, my health wasn't the greatest, and I was looking for something that if I worked really hard, I could make some money, but then it could kind of carry me if I couldn't work. Man, did I not realize what that was going to be like. Within a few weeks, I was getting a PET scan. The following month, I had a double mastectomy. And then the week of Thanksgiving, I started chemo. And there were many times I was sicker than a dog in bed, whether it was physically sick, emotionally spent. I cried a lot. And some days I just couldn't get out of bed, but I could copy and paste. And I mastered virtual working before virtual working was a thing, because I believe in thinking outside the box. So what do I need to do if I can't get out of bed? How can I still work my business? And so I did, and that was even before Facebook Live. We did have Skype and we had FaceTime through Apple products during that time. There were phone calls. And so that's how I worked my business. And my husband would come home for work and he would go, there's money in the account and it wasn't there this morning and I didn't put it there. How did it get there? I'm like, I was able to work in between throwing up. I was able to work and I sold some product because we sell a consumable product. So every day my client is washing my product down the drain, and every day she's putting it back on, probably several times a day. And I give amazing customer service. I treat my clients like they are queens, because where else are they going to be treated like a queen? And so I just quickly, went through, got on the other side of chemo. And what happened was I had to go on FMLA. I had a part-time job at that time, and I had to go on FMLA because the chemo really played a number on my memory, and I was struggling. And so I thought, you know what, I'll go on FMLA, and when it's all over with, everything will be great and hunky-dory and all that. Okay. My Mary Kay community reached out to me in so many ways. Women that didn't even know who I was, but because I was in Mary Kay, they called me. They wrote me letters. They sent me encouraging texts. They just lifted me up and blessed my soul. You want to know what my employer did? They were gracious enough to send me a certified letter before the end of my FMLA to let me know if I did not come back to work full time, I would be out of a job. And I was more than welcome to come back and reapply for that position when my health had improved. Talk about kicking someone when they're down. I went back to that job briefly, and they were doing everything in their power to terminate me. I cried almost every day. And finally, one day I looked at my husband and I said, why would I want to keep working for this company who doesn't appreciate me and isn't going to support me? I gave them my all. The summer leading up to being diagnosed, I worked 7 days a week, the entire summer. And this is what I told my family. It's just this one summer. Next summer, I'll make up for it. And what I quickly realized is we are not guaranteed another summer. And the thought that my family, their final memories of me was mom worked all the time. We didn't get to go on vacation because mom always worked. I was like, nope, that's not acceptable. And I wasn't going to go to seminar. So we have a annual seminar every year in July in Dallas because I didn't have the energy. I was depressed. Probably the one season in my life I was depressed. And I just didn't think I could do it. And my mentor reached out to me, and she didn't push me. She didn't pressure me. She didn't guilt me. She just asked me this one question. And she said, Brenda, do you believe God has something for you in this life that maybe Mary Kay could be a vehicle for? And I was like, yeah, I do. Well, if you believe God has a plan, you've got to trust him and just know that he's going to take care of everything. So I went, okay, I'm going to go. But if I'm not feeling better, you're going to pay me back. And she's like, okay, Brenda, whatever. And so I agreed to go. And what do you know? A few days before it's time to go, I had energy, I had excitement, I had joy, and I thought, well, I'm going to go. That was the best decision I ever made because while I was there, I saw a bigger picture than what I had seen. And I came back and I told my husband, I'm no longer committed to this company that doesn't care about me. I am committed to making a big of a blessing as possible for my family. And I made the commitment to go and become a car driving sales director. I made that decision, and 4 months later, I earned my very first car and became a sales director. And that was so long ago. And it was the best thing I ever did. And I look younger. My confidence has grown. My thought processes, my time management. I'm a better wife. I'm a better mother. I'm a better friend. I'm a better Christian. I'm a better mentor because of the tools that we get in this amazing opportunity. It's not just about selling the product, though the product, hands down, the best product I've ever tried. We have scientific research behind it. We have a whole science department that does research and wants to make sure that they are giving us the best product out there. And so I am totally sold on the product. Like if you're sitting there going, Mary Kay's for older white women, that's not true. Well, it can't be that good if it's a direct sales product. Oh, I totally disagree with that because actually that's what makes us even better because you get a personal concierge with your purchase. You get a consultant that is there to take care of you. She's going to help you meet your skincare needs. She's going to help make sure you get that product. My clients know I was at school this morning and I got an order and I'm going out of town tomorrow and I don't like my clients to wait. So I call my husband up. I'm like, okay, I need you to go into my office. I need you to pull these 3 items. This is where you're taking it. She's going to pay you. I made over $100 today by being on the phone for about 5 minutes, instructing my husband on how to get that product because I'm going to take excellent care of my client. So whether you are sitting there going, Brenda, I don't know about skincare. Brenda, I don't know the first thing about makeup. If you're willing to learn, we have a slew of resources that will support you in that. It's the best decision I ever made. My husband's like, yeah, we're not getting out of this. I need you to hurry up and pick it up a few notches because he's ready to retire. And that is our goal, to retire him early so he can start pursuing his dream. And my wedding anniversary is in a few weeks.
I love that so much. Oh my gosh, Brenda, what a beautiful story. And I have some more questions for you here too. But before I do that, I want to remind everybody that we are giving away 2 free e-starts tonight. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a moment. But you could start and join this crazy Mary Kay group of girls. We're so fun. I mean, if you couldn't tell. We have a ton of fun. And you could do that for free tonight. So if you would love to do that, even if you don't know what you want to do with it, that's okay. Type the words I'm in into the chat and that will get you entered for the free e-starts. Everybody's entered for the cash, but we want to only enter the people that are interested in joining us and getting the great 50% discount and making some extra cash, maybe driving a free car, whatever you choose to do with it. So just type I'm in at any point as we're wrapping this up here with a few more questions. We'll give away our cash, we'll give away our e-starts, and I will show you what that looks like here in just a moment. So Brenda, what do you wish everybody knew about Mary Kay? You've shared some really great things about your story, and I know you work with all different kinds of people, talk to all different kinds of people. What do you wish everybody knew about Mary Kay?
It's for anybody and everybody. There's not a set. I had a misunderstanding of who Mary Kay women were. We're not pushy. Someone asked me today, well, how do you convince people to join your team? I don't. I'm going to give you the facts and you're going to make the best decision for you. We have the best products backed by the best research that is backed by the company. Like if you get a product that doesn't work for you, the company's going to take care of it. Your consultant's not going to be out of it. And there's no loss.
Yeah, for sure.
Failure is just quitting. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, there's no risk involved. All right, well, I promised to show you what the options look like. So let me share that with you really quick, you guys. So this is the eStart here on the left, and the company launched this back in 2020 when the world closed, and they gave us this amazing option and they've kept it going. So for $30 or possibly for free tonight, you can become a beauty consultant. You get your website for free and credit card processing for free for a year, and you can have a virtual business. You can also choose if you want all of that, plus you want product that you can actually show at appointments and you can demo because everybody loves to try. You can get the full starter kit, and that's $130. It also comes with mirrors and catalogs and color samples, all kinds of products in there as well. Full-size product valued at $400. And then with either one of these, you can add a sample add-on pack if you want to. For $45, it's $100 worth of samples. So totally up to you. You can do one or all of these and get some great options for you, whatever that looks like. But tonight, those two $30 eStarts is what we are offering to you guys if you type the words "I'm in." So my final question for you tonight, Brenda, what would you say to the person who just doesn't think she'd do well at Mary Kay? It kind of sounds like maybe that was your story. That was definitely my story. I didn't think I'd be great. So what would you say to that person who's just like, I just don't think I could do it?
You're never going to know till you try. But not only are you going to learn about skincare and makeup application and things like that, there's so many life lessons that we teach. We teach time management. We teach priority management. We teach business skills. We teach money management. Like there's so much that I've learned from this opportunity that has spilled over into so many areas of my life that I'm just so blessed and so thankful. Jan Thetford is my national, and one of the things that we talk about is Mary Kay can be a vehicle for so many people to get to where you need to go just because of the amazing culture that comes with it. So whether you're looking to just make a few extra dollars or save some money, all the way to being a boss babe like some of us on tonight, it's totally open and available for you. And you're going to be able to take those nuggets of information, no matter where you fall on that spectrum, and apply it into your life. So try it. It's not going to hurt, and you
So
can't
well
lose
said.
anything.
Yeah, so well said. And I love just all of those life lessons that spill over to our kids too, right? I know that that's been your experience. I have teenagers. Liz, who talked to us at the beginning, she has 6 kids. So it's amazing what the things that we learn as moms, then we get to pour into our kids and they get to experience that as well. I love that. Thank you for sharing. So we are going to give away some cash. And don't forget to type the words "I'm in the chat if you want to get in on those eStarts. And I'm telling you guys, your odds are pretty good tonight of winning a free eStart. So we really, really, really want you to join us. So Lori, who is our $50 cash winner tonight?